What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour. And today is looking like a very good day indeed as we check out the return of one of the biggest artists of the year, that's being Oxlade. Obviously, Colosa, for me, easily one of the top 3 tracks of the year in regards to Afrobeats worldwide and its kind of expansion. The virality of that tune has been absolutely incredible. He returns with a brand new track that goes by the name Bad Boy, this one featuring Mayorkun, and the imagery of the tune very much kind of imitates the idea of the Bad Boys films with obviously Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. So I'm excited to see how this one sounds. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. I cannot wait to jump into this. The reaction we did to Colosa, I think, is now the 4th most viewed video on the channel. So clearly you guys like what Oxlade's doing. So I can't wait to check this one out. Let's get into it and see how it's sounding. Let's go. Okay. We're going pacier than normal for Oxlade.
I am living life for the speedy. Nobody like a Lagos machine.
Immediately, I love that call and respond. The softness of that introduction is great. The drums kind of rolling on a, I don't even want to say Amapiano-esque sound. They're rolling on a typical kind of 4/4 sound, slightly quicker than we would normally expect for Oxlade. But again, I'm loving the beauty of those really simple chord progressions. The kind of space of this tune is a really exciting thing to look at. And again, beautiful melodies, really nice call and respond between that lead vocal and, of course, the backing vocal as well. Great stuff.
With my peace, and I'm greedy with my happiness. I know say nobody. And as he matter, Jumbo Mary, I'm a obiri never.
So a really jittery approach to the log drum bass line that's going on underneath this one. Very kind of scatty, quite all over the place. The tune itself just sounds quite softened overall. It doesn't sound like it's being pushed and processed as much as we would normally expect to hear from an Oxlade tune, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm loving the space, the use of reverberations, the use of those drums, which aren't necessarily the most potent thing in the world, but they're allowing the vocals to really fill up the space with those heavy reverberations at the same time.
Bad boy.
We are not playing no be tinko. No be say me I no gonna tinko.
Really nice transition between the two vocals as well. Jumping into this verse, which is a lot more kind of pronounced, a little bit actually heavier mix down wise. It's a little bit more forward, it's a little bit more kind of spread out, and you can hear a lot more kind of detail in the tonality. Obviously the introductory verse from Oxlade was a little bit more focused on reverberations and kind of the backing sort of atmospherics. This one very much a lot more focused on the original, but you've still got that call and respond going on behind. It feels like it's becoming a real theme of Oxlade tunes to have at least one crazy melodic area, and I think we've got that combined between the guitars and the log drums down below. Obviously on Colosa, it's his vocal kind of riding up and down the scales. On this, it's a lot more focused, I feel, on the actual instrumentation being allowed to roam free.
Your dog no be bingo. Do you want to reggae or calypso? Cause whatever I do, they don't go fit though. Yeah, see I can be the blues in I rhythm, but these bad bitches I'm linking, and them pretty and them bougie, and them sexy and them. What is the cost I paid off? Make this story for no day long as I'm happy.
I like the fact as well that we've actually had an extended Mayorkun verse on this, rather than just kind of dropping in for a 16 bar. I saw, obviously, Mayorkun was featured on the new Tenny tune as well. I think he literally was just doing like hook ad-libs, and maybe a couple of lines in there as well. But it's good to see a full-length return for Mayorkun as well. He's been away for a little while, so it's a cool kind of combination return. This whole tune is an interesting one, man, because it's kind of almost flirting with a typical Amapiano tune, but it's a lot quicker, I feel, than a lot of the Amapiano tunes that have popped recently. It's really putting us through the paces in regards to the tempo. It's really, really high. And the drums aren't as potent. You haven't got those kind of snare lines, and you haven't got the sort of syncopated horn riffs, but you have got that sort of log drum bass line and the 4/4 rhythm, which is kind of diving us towards it. So again, it's this sort of merge and blend of a typical Amapiano style.
And as he matter, Jumbo Mary.
my steez. You know if you know what's inside my jeans. You never see something.
So again, that transition between the two vocals is really nice. You've got this sort of floaty overall texture going on in the background. A lot of almost like smoky synthesizer kind of sound kind of emulators. Literally just like the idea of space is really, really prominent on this tune. And I like the fact that, again, it's a theme we're seeing more and more of. Oxlade hasn't exactly been like front and center the whole tune. He's there for the intro and then he just kind of lets the tune ride. He's doing a lot of the ad-lib work, a lot of the backing work, which is great to see, because this is a really, really cool tune, man, and I'm loving the fact that we are getting to see the expansion, I feel, of Oxlade's sound as it grows.
He already know we'll go for kill this beat. It's a bad.
There are those snares. So again, a real kind of feeling of unpredictability in a lot of the instrumentation in this. The log drums are just going off and doing their own thing. They've gone, cool, we're here, leave us to do it and we'll get the job done. The same with those snares that have arrived a little bit later on as well. They're just kind of snapping away in the background. Again, that guitar melody we heard earlier on was literally just riding up and down the scales, and it feels like to an extent the vocals are almost like second fiddle on this tune. Although the vocals are nice and they provide a nice kind of texture, it definitely feels like this is a tune that's all about the kind of complexity of that rhythmic combination of the logs, the drums, and the snares as they've come in towards the end, which is cool to see, man. I love hearing people approach the idea of composition differently. I can't even predict it. I don't know what I'm trying. There we go, Oxlade Mayorkun on this one, Bad Boy. Very interesting tune indeed. This one was released yesterday. I've only just seen it. Bad Boy at Mayorkun. I'm just seeing if there's any additional bits that we need to know. Magic's on production, of course. Yeah. Cool tune, man. Really cool tune. Something a little bit different. Again, a lot more stripped back from the sort of features we've been hearing from Oxlade recently, allowing the instrumental to do a lot of the talking, which is a cool thing to see. Again, it shows musical maturity. I really like Mayorkun's feature on this. I think he brings a lot to the table. The kind of differentiating vocal textures work really nicely when they're intertwined. And I think on top of that as well, it's always cool to see a lead artist kind of let the instrumental do the talking as well. I think that shows a real sign of musical maturity. And we're seeing it more and more, especially with this kind of dive into piano influenced sounds, which is great to see. So there we go, Bad Boy, Oxlade and Mayorkun. Do let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section. I think it's called a comment section. In the comment section down below. We do read every single comment that comes onto the channel, and as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and cold.
Yes, it's Kovu, stay locked.
Cooktown TV. Your boy Slim all fit right here, and you're locked on to the best breakfast with man like Cole.
Yo, this is Aaron Glitch and you're tuning to the sounds of Kovu right now. You already know the thing. Bad Boy Selector. Alright, let's go.